What's happening, guys? A little bit of a different setting tonight. I wasn't even planning on going live tonight because I'm going to go live tomorrow for the match preview of the Carabao Cup final. Yeah, but that's for tomorrow. Tonight's stream is Arsenal fans imploding on Dan Potts' channel on the Arteta in, Arteta out. Yeah, I haven't watched this video. Big up Warren, he sent me this video on Instagram. I haven't watched it yet. I'm not one of these goofies that do reactions and make out that I've never seen it before when I've seen it already before reacting to it. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna do that kind of, I can't remember the word for it now. But I ain't gonna do that kind of reaction. This is organic tonight. So we're gonna see what's being said on Dan Potts' channel regarding the whole Arteta in versus out. And the title of the video is Arteta out v Arteta in. Arsenal fans call out their own over Arteta doubters. And we've got Dan Potts, of course, on the channel. Big up to him. It's his channel. Kenny Ken, Positive Dan, Famzone, Will D, Stricto, man like Stricto, aka Stricto Strict, aka Send Locations, fam. We've got Guna Lee on there, and we've got Brandon on there. So is it 3-on-3? 4-on-3? Let's have a listen anyway. Let's talk about this because we need to. And big up Godfrey. Big up Godfrey, of course. What's not happening? You know what I mean? Shouldn't I be sleeping? I've done my jobs, my friend. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's talk about this. I'm sick of them sweatsuits and them corny hats. Let's talk about it. So, let me share my screen. And let's have a listen. Oh, wait, before we get started. Like, I'm using my left hand right now. I'm not left-handed, so let's cue the music. All right, let's go.
That's what it was. You remember last year when Chelsea won the Conference Cup? Remember they were holding up the scarf of winning every European trophy of all time. They won it. They're the first team to win every single European trophy. Remember that? Arsenal fans were getting told, "Oh, but you guys have not won anything." But Chelsea won the Conference Cup. That's what we were hearing last year. Tottenham won the Europa League. We were hearing that Tottenham won the Europa League and Arsenal didn't win anything. We were told that we had to have a bad season to compete in those trophies, and everyone was saying we didn't win anything when we're in the semi-final of the Champions League.
Remember there was man saying they want Arsenal to go to Europa. Remember man was saying that.
I remember you was on stream with Yardman, and Yardman's telling you you should be winning. You'd rather win the Europa League than
Champions League and go into Europa because we've got a better chance of winning.
I think if I'm not mistaken, it was he'd rather win the Europa League. Let's just say it's guaranteed. Let me try and think back. I know what they're talking about. He'd rather win the Europa League because he knows that we ain't going to win the Champions League. Knowing if I can guarantee the Europa League, I'm taking that over just being in the Champions League. If I'm not mistaken, which is basically him saying, if I'm guaranteed a trophy, I'll take it. Rather than I might win it just being in a more prestigious competition. But anyways, let's let him carry on.
I remember all of that, fam. So the point I'm making is everyone needs to remember that, you know what? When you're competing at the highest level, you can lose. Do you know what I'm saying? It can happen, bro. It's not a thing where, you must be able to win everything. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work like that. But the thing is, 6 years, 6 years we've been putting up with this shit. This manager has not yet, since winning the FA Cup, not been able to deliver us an EFL Cup, another FA Cup, a league title, a Champions League, a Europa League. He hasn't been able to get us that. So all this about, teams don't win all the time, mate. Yeah, we know they don't. Tottenham don't win all the time, but they won last season, didn't they? Chelsea didn't win all the time, but they won last season, didn't they? Newcastle didn't win all the time. They won last season, didn't they? Liverpool They won the title last season, didn't they? Look at all the shit that's been going on since we've been trying to win some trophies. Crystal Palace, West Ham. You see, this, I know I'm only, this is only a clipped up portion of the stream. What I'm hearing is the whole, well, we don't win all the time, mate. So, yeah, even though we haven't been winning for 6 years, mate. No, fam. Fam, for the money we spent and everything like that, and we couldn't even get some cups in the meantime. Anyways, let's let them carry on.
We're competing with one of the best managers and the best teams of all time. So we've got ourselves in a good position, and let's just support the team through it. We're in a brilliant, even if we don't win the League Cup, we're still in a brilliant position to win other trophies.
And what if we don't win them? What if we start off, we don't win the EFL Cup? Yeah. If we lose on Sunday, and then let's just say we get kicked out against Southampton in the FA Cup, and then we slip up in the league, and then we get found out in the Champions League, then what? I'm waiting! You think these men won't cook up an excuse as to why we should keep the manager and this, that, and the other? But they're gonna what's gonna happen here is they're gonna have a go at us Arteta outers, the doubters, yeah? They're gonna have a go at us because, oh, you said this, mate. Now look where we are now. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah? They'll be you're not invited to the parade having ass. Yeah? When the fact of the matter is if Arteta gets over the line, he's doing what we asked. Yeah? And yeah, he would have proven us wrong that he can actually do it. But if he doesn't, you lot will still defend it. The difference. You lot will, if we fail this season, you guys, Stricto, D, Positive Dan, you man are going to defend this. That's the problem. Yeah? You lot are going to defend it with some bullshit. Talking about, well, we almost won the quadruple, mate. There'll be some shit. But let's let them carry on. We ain't even that far into this. We're not even 2 minutes in, and I'm already stressing.
That's the point I'm trying to.
Are we in the agreement though, D, that he has to win the league? He has to.
He will win the league. No, he will win.
In fact, I would even go as far as saying
when you say
he has to win at least 2 trophies this year.
See, that's what
considering the position
we're in now. Fam. See, D's trying to go, oh no, but that's the free, mate. No. Again, the money we've spent, all this competing and everything like that, to win 2 trophies, I don't think that's too much to ask for at this point. Especially now, the context now, yeah, the context, we're in a cup final. You see, what's happening here, right, is fans like D are turning into doubters because it's still possible we could lose on Sunday. Yeah? He's been a doubter now. Yeah? Because he's not holding Arteta to the standard of, while we're in a cup final on Sunday, yeah, and we're top of the league, 9 points clear, City game in hand, yeah? He ain't holding him to the standard of winning them 2, at least, bare minimum. He's not holding them to that standard. So he's going to be like, oh, this is what I'm talking about, mate. 2 trophies, mate. Well, we're in a cup final, and we're top of the league. You know, with the patience running low, yeah, I don't think, 2 trophies, it ain't much to ask for at this point. Anyways, let's let him carry on.
To win at least 2.
What does that mean? What do you mean he has to win trophies? Like,
he doesn't have to win 2. He has to win the Premier League.
He has to win the Premier League, but considering the position that we're in now, he has to win
the position he's got us in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Dan.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
How does that not make? Hang on. How does that not make sense? Look at the position that Arsenal. Look at the position that Arsenal.
Hang on a minute. So, according to Positive Dan, it don't make sense saying about the position that Arteta's got us into. That Brandon's saying that we should win 2 trophies. He's saying that don't make sense. Okay, so if Arteta loses on Sunday, yeah, finishes second, is a runner-up in the FA Cup, and let's just say he's maybe a semi-finalist or runner-up in the Champions League. Aren't you, man, going to use that context to justify why we should keep Arteta? Am I lying, guys? Are they not going to use that as a reason as to why we should keep him because of the context? You know what I mean? You see how you can just catch these men out every time? You just allow these men to speak. Yeah? Allow these men to speak. Man's out here trying to say, oh, the context.
I beg your pardon?
Anyways.
We're in the latter stages of all four competitions.
22 years.
My expectation has now changed. Expectations can change, boys. Yeah, we're in the latter stages of all competitions. I expect him to win the league, number one. But I'm also expecting another trophy on top of that now because of the fact and the position that we are in.
See, look at Famzone, D. Look at him now. You know what I mean? Again, this is how you know. This is how you know. If Arteta was to lose on Sunday, yeah, these men they're gonna cook something up. They're gonna come up with some justification and everything like that. Yeah. And if he doesn't win the league, they're gonna come up with something else. This is how you know. Because we're in a cup final. So there were one more game in the EFL Cup. That's it. The last game on Sunday, the final. Yeah. And already he doesn't want to hold Arteta to the standard of win that and the league. Because you must win the league. He already don't want to hold him to that standard. He already does not want to hold Arteta to that standard. That's how you know these men are ready to justify keeping him regardless. But they'll tell me, fans like me and Brandon and others, don't come to the parade. They'll chat to fans like us, the doubters, the Arteta outers or whatever. Don't come to the parade if we win it. Same guys. If Arteta gets over the line, he's doing what we asked. You guys just don't want another manager to come in because you want Arteta to be the one that does it. That's the difference. You care about who wins us the trophies rather than us winning the trophies. That's your problem. So, again, if Arteta doesn't get over the line and we get another manager in that gets us over the line, then you don't come to the parade then. Because, well, Arteta didn't do it. How about that?
Regardless,
and for me, that is Sunday.
Expect it or not, Brandon, if we win the Premier League and that is it, listen,
cares?
that will be a
You're
remarkable achievement.
If we win the Premier League and we win nothing else, I will celebrate just as much as you, Matt.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Season in our history.
But we've also got to look at it from the standpoint of where we are.
See, the cup final is just that one-off game, like the one game. That's why they're ready to sort of turn around and be like, well, if he wins the league anyway, mate. So basically, we already know where the heads are. D and Positive Dan, yeah, and Stricto. We know where their heads are. Their heads are, well, if we lose a cup final, it don't really matter because we're gonna win the league, and they're counting on that we're gonna win the league. Yeah, okay, fine, cool. But if he doesn't, then what? Then what? You know what I mean? If you don't win the league, then what? Let me see what going in. As I said, big up to Godfrey, big up to Warren. I'm reacting to this organically. I didn't watch this when you sent it, man. I'm reacting to this organically. Yeah. So everything I'm hearing is brand new to my ears. Why are they running away from holding Teta accountable? Again, they're bracing themselves just in case Arteta don't win that cup final on Sunday, because then they'll just turn around and say we're going to win the league anyway, so it don't matter. So now they better pray that we do win the league, because if we don't, then what's the excuse? Because I know these men are still going to defend him, but we can't Brandon couldn't contextualize that we must win 2 trophies because of the position that we're in. That didn't make sense to them. But if we were to get to cup finals and lose and finish second, they'll justify keeping Arteta again, yeah, because of the context. You know what I mean? If Arteta wins, if he gets over the line, I'll celebrate like the biggest Arteta in. Yeah, I said on a previous stream, yeah, that if he wins the EFL Cup and the league title and that's it, I might even flip flop. I said this, yeah. Can't remember who was in here. I said this, yeah. Hold on, let me find it.
I've seen him do it.
I said this. I said I might flip flop and I might be Arteta in if he does that.
Flip flop is your shit.
Yeah. If he wins, we'll be celebrating hardcore. Yeah. If he doesn't, well, bro, wait till you get further into this. Well, I'm not even 3 minutes in. I'm not even 3 minutes in. Big up to Peppermint Freedom. Is there any Michael misses round? He definitely must. As if I was just, I mean, he better not. He better not lose that. Telling you. First time seeing this as well. I'm getting frustrated already. Yeah. I didn't even get 3 minutes into this, and I'm already stressing. You know. It's mad. Winning now makes all the hard work paid off momentum to win the league. Yeah. I said I'll probably end up flip flopping. If he wins the EFL Cup and the league title, and that's it. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's carry on.
In all these competitions, surely you boys must be expecting more than one trophy this season now.
No.
Considering.
You know what?
No.
There's expectations
Oh,
I
my
have,
days.
yeah. I feel like, but they're not even expectations per se.
Well, it's still
Like,
a long way to
we've
go.
got a final on Sunday, right? Which is
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So win that, I think we will.
which is the
personally.
closest we have to actually something tangible, right? The league, as much as I feel like we will win the league, that's not yet in my hand yet. The closest thing in my hand is the League Cup, right? Which is this Sunday.
Yeah,
We
facts.
win that with my expectations of winning the league. That's 2 trophies. Now the league is nowhere near done yet, but how I see the team grinding, I feel like that's something we can achieve. You know, ultimately, the league is the biggest one. That is the biggest one. If you add the Champions League next to it, and even though I feel like we're the best team in Europe, but at the moment now, the Champions League stopped being a league competition. It's now a knockout competition. Anything can happen. You know, if it was a league competition like how it was the earliest stage and we finished top, proving that, you know, we are top by a long mile, cool. But it doesn't. Champions League doesn't work like that. It gets into knockout phases. This is how PSG last season, we really didn't have a strong Champions League campaign in the league phases, but then the knockout phases, they blew everyone out. So it's
And look, people in the chat are even taking everything that I just said out of context. Let me explain it a little bit more, right? I don't expect Arsenal to win the Champions League. I still think Bayern Munich will win the Champions League. I don't expect yet Arsenal to win the FA Cup because although we've got a favourable draw, we are not in the final yet. I do expect Arsenal to win on Sunday because I think we will win on Sunday, number one.
Same.
I think Man City are in a poor position right now. They just played, nearly 70 minutes with 10 men. That's taken a lot out of them. They've just been knocked out of the Champions League as well. We've just had a morale-boosting win. We're 9 points clear. It's an opportunity of getting your hands on the first trophy of the season. I expect us to win that on Sunday. And I'm expecting us to win the league because for the past 3 years, we've been competing for it.
I think what the chat have...
This is the thing. Since Arteta won the FA Cup, we haven't been doing anything like that. No League Cup, no retaining the FA Cup or winning it again, no Europa League, no Champions League, and no Premier League. Yeah? So, we didn't win the EFL Cup because in 2021, Man City won it. 2022, Liverpool won it. 2023, Man United won it. 2024, Liverpool won it. 2025, Newcastle won it. Yeah? FA Cup, didn't win it in 2021, Leicester won it. 2022, Liverpool won it. 2023, Man City won it. 2024, Man United won it. 2025, Crystal Palace won it. Again, not a trophy that we got our hands on. Yeah? And man, think it's much to say that I expect the league and the EFL Cup. Considering these past few seasons, we've had to watch others go win cups. Really?
Taken that as is, if he doesn't win 2, then he can go because he's a disgrace. That's not what you've said. You've said you expect to win 2 trophies, and that's fine. I expect to win on Sunday, and I expect to win the Premier League. But if he doesn't win both of them, I'm not going to go, well, off you go, get this Enrique, and what a clown he is. I think some of the chat
but this is the point I'm making is we were told, this is what I'm saying, when me, Positive Dan, Strict on stream, we get told that every single trophy has the same merit. That's what we get told. We get told that every.
Well, I think he needs to elaborate more on the whole telling that the trophies are all the same merit. End of the day, a trophy is a trophy. We all know that you'd rather win the Champions League than an EFL Cup or whatever. We know that. We know you'd rather win the Premier League than the FA Cup. We know that. But at the same time, all this money spent, all this competing, everything, all this gassing that we're doing, and we can't get none of the 4? You know what I mean? We can't get none of the 4. We couldn't get a season, 2023, we couldn't even at least get an EFL Cup from that. No? You know what I mean?
Single trophy is the same. A League Cup is the same as a Champions League, and a Champions League is the same as a Premier League. That's what we get told.
I've not said that, and this is the problem, you see, right? People from both sides misconstrue what people say. Because Lee Gunner said, oh, the League Cup is enough to keep Arteta in the job, doesn't mean that I think that. Like me personally, I think that he has to win the league this season. I think if he ends this season, bearing in mind the position we're in now, with just the League Cup, it's not enough.
The thing is, though, right? If we won the Premier League, right, and won the Carabao Cup, but lost an FA Cup final, the Champions League final, and we didn't play offensively, or we didn't go for it enough, you can guarantee people would be maybe you, but there would be other people calling for his head probably.
In all fairness, if Arteta if he wins the league and the EFL Cup, but then loses the other 2 finals, as depressing as that would be, because that's basically you missed out on a quadruple. Yeah, I would still say, you know what, you did win the league, and you know when it comes to the whole context, I would look at that and say, you know what, we were close on those 2. We got half of the quad. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'll let's just see what you do again next season. Then I'd end up flip flopping, like I said. Yeah. I'd end up flip-flopping. Flip-flopping your shit! You know what I mean? If that scenario played out. Yeah, you will get some fans that will you know, probably be a bit more extreme than what I am. Yeah? Because I was extreme at one point. I was saying there's nothing he can do. Because number one, I don't believe that he'll ever achieve it, and blah, blah, blah. Because I've said, win the league and the Champions League minimum. That's what I've stuck by all this time. But like I said, I might flip flop if he wins the league and the EFL Cup, or the league and the FA Cup, or you know what I mean. But until then,
we lost 2 finals. And do you know what?
You're never going to keep everyone happy. You're never going to keep everyone happy. But
I've heard a man say, even if you won the treble, they want him out.
Yeah, well, they're stupid. I've
heard a man say, a man has come on this show, by the way, and said that. I was
really?
Like, what? Yeah. Comes on this show.
I want to know who that was. I don't know who it was that said it. I know it wasn't Lee Gunner anyway. I want to know who that was. I mean, I've said some extreme shit. You know what I mean? Obviously, when the emotions get the better of you because you've got a manager that kept failing all the time, and you know, it's like I said, me wanting Arteta out is bigger than trophies. It's bigger than it's bigger than him just not winning trophies. It's bigger than that. Yeah, it's a multitude of things. It's not just he ain't winning. That's a big component of it, but you know what I mean. It was deeper than that. Hence why I upped the standards of my requirements as to when I'd want Arteta in. You know what I mean? But I'd love to know who that was that said that.
Shows is what did he even say? Is like, oh, this season.
Who said it? Who said it though? Who? Say names.
Shane. I'm scared of Shane. Shane, brother.
Oh, Shane. Oh, the Irish guy. All right. Okay.
Shane. What's his name?
Yeah, Shane. Yeah.
He's like, I still want him gone. I'm like, what?
Well, he's gone one better than that before. I was on the stream with him earlier, actually, on Jez's show, but he's gone before. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. He said if we win 2-3 Premier League titles on the trot and a Champions League and a League Cup, plus the FA Cup already got, he goes, it wouldn't be that good anyway, because really, if you balance it in 10 years, it wouldn't be that good if you add it all up. I was thinking,
Wait, is that what he apparently said? Oh no, I don't know. I find that a little bit harder to believe. Oh well, I don't know anyway. This is what we're gonna try telling him. Yeah, the trophy thing. I'm not gonna put all the comments on the screen here. Arteta wins 2 trophies this season. Would you give him 2 more seasons? If he wins 2 trophies, if it involves the Premier League or the Champions League, yeah, you know what I mean. With how Berta doing getting the squad together and everything like that, you know what I mean. I could probably say, you know what, but like I said, I need to see it. I need to feel it now. You know what I mean? Because it's easy saying stuff. You know what I mean? It's easy to, But yeah.
You get into that. Yeah.
The agenda's mad, bro. The agenda's crazy. The agenda's
and the thing is with this team, right? This team,
I've not heard Shane.
Shane might be right. Shane might be right. We just have to wait till the end of the season. But I'll be interested to see how he gets on because to me, when I watch and see stuff on clips and that, it sounds to me he would rather Arsenal not win nothing just to prove his position. That's what it seems like to me. And comments like that, like you just said, he said, and the one I said, he said earlier, what, Kenny, what, you disagree?
Yeah, I do. It's wrong.
Wait, so Shane Gunnar apparently said that even if Arteta was to win titles on the trot or trophies on the trot and then win the Champions League on that, it won't be that good because of I don't know. That's a wild claim, man. But
you don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that suspicious.
Wild. Anyways, let's hear what Kenny King says.
It's wrong. We all support the team differently than others. Yeah, some people's patience is more than others. But I haven't Shane say that. He was, when we got to the League Cup final, he was crying, tears of joy. We got to the League Cup final.
No, tears of pain. Tears of pain, man.
Tears of joy.
You see, but the thing is, though, Shane might he might flip flop like I most likely will. Yeah. For all we know, he might flip flop.
Flip flop is your shit.
Because now the reality is that we got to the cup final. We're in the cup final. We're playing it on Sunday. Plus, it's 1993. Last time we won that competition. You've got the shittest record of all winners of that competition. Of all the teams that have won that competition, we have been runners-up the most times. Yeah? We've been 8-time runners-up, 2-time winners. Yeah? I don't know how old Shane is now. I don't know how old he was back in 1993. But he will remember 1993. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways.
It's a joy. Look, we got to think about the bigger picture, right?
Do you actually think Shane doesn't want us to win? Because I don't.
No,
100%.
You know, this is what we're doing right now is that we've got this beautiful day out on Sunday where if I was to be churlish, I could say there's a lot of people who on this panel associate with a certain man who called the League Cup a rubbish trophy because because of the banter they have with Man United fans. Now, some of you guys know this guy very, very well.
Say names.
Mr. Lyle, your mate Lyle.
Oh yeah.
Lyle.
Oh yeah. You guys see me react to that. Remember when Robbie was saying, "Oh, EFL Cup, baby." See. Now I said before, didn't I? I said, okay, so if we win the EFL Cup on Sunday, and then we end up finishing third, and Man United finished second, who had a better season? I guarantee they'll say we did. I guarantee they'll say we. I guarantee it. Guarantee you ask Robbie and them, yeah. We win the EFL Cup on Sunday, and then we finish third, and Man United finished second behind Man City. Who had a better season? They will say Arsenal had a better season because we won a trophy.
Facts.
They'll be talking about, oh, well, Man United got kicked out of every competition. They weren't going to win the trophy for a long time. That's what they'll say. I know how these men think. You know what I mean? I know how man like that think. You know what I mean? I remember Turkish. I mean, fam. I mean,
I've seen him do it.
I even reacted to a video of Turkish saying he wasn't bothered about when West Ham kicked us out of the EFL Cup. He wasn't bothered about going out of the EFL Cup. I think it was either when West Ham kicked us out or when Brighton kicked us out. One of them two. And he wasn't bothered that we got kicked out of the League Cup because, you know, the focus was to try and win the league. I remember that. I reacted to it. Robbie saying that the EFL Cup, he even went as far as saying if the EFL Cup's that big, yeah, why don't they go in the Community Shield? He said that.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah. What's his name? Laurie. He said that the EFL Cup doesn't make it a bigger season because they've won that. When Man United won it. Yeah. Again, I reacted to that. We all seen it.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? EFL Cup didn't matter to these man. Yeah. But now it does. And these were the same people saying don't come to the parade. Weird, isn't it? These are the same man saying don't come to the parade. These are the same man downplaying the EFL Cup.
Gotcha, bitch.
You couldn't make this up, could you?
Robbie said
Robbie, yeah, go on.
Yeah, Lyle said it.
Yeah,
I'm not
Ken,
going to use it against him.
The thing is, Ken, listen, if Man United this season only won a League Cup, we would say to them, all right, it's only the League Cup. And if that's all we win this season, teams will turn around to us and say, it's only the League Cup.
Yeah, who gets enjoyment?
Let's be real.
Yeah, but who gets the enjoyment? Who's going to be celebrating?
Well, we all enjoy it when we win it.
Yeah, but
that's banter between rival fans. The thing is, we get bantered by our own fans.
Yeah, but let me tell you. Let's deal with facts.
Yeah, but this is half the problem, though, because you got both sides again, yeah, and both are just as bad as each other. So when Arsenal lose a game, all the so-called negative ones are, like myself or whatever. Oh, get him out, get Arteta gone. Oh, you're deluded, blah blah blah. And now we're seeing the same thing in reverse now. Because Arsenal are in this great position. I think we should all just be happy.
Because Brandon,
D, listen, because whether you like it or not, even the ones that you would consider negative were only voicing their opinion in that way because they want Arsenal to win trophies. And they didn't think that Mikel Arteta was the man to do that. Now,
so it sounds like D wants to be in denial and be like, no, they're not saying that because they want to win trophies. They just want to be right, man. I think that's what he's thinking.
He's proving otherwise. If he goes and wins trophies this season, I highly doubt you'll hear a single person say Arteta out.
Like I said, if he wins a trophy, yeah, I said before, you've all heard me say it.
I've
yeah?
seen him do it.
I said, I'm still Arteta out if he just wins just one trophy of any kind. Yeah, it might change. I might flip flop. Yeah, but it will shut me up, which means that I'm not going to be on streams screaming for his head because he did win a trophy, so to speak. Yeah. But if he does win a trophy this season, if he does at least win a trophy this season, yeah, you know what I mean? The foot's gonna come off the gas a little bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's always context behind things, but you know, the foot's gonna come off the pedal a little bit. You know what I mean?
Doubt it. Yeah,
That's
just
not the
because
point.
you have two different ways of going about it. You lot, fair enough. You know, you believed in the whole thing the entire time. Some of us had doubts.
It's changed, isn't it? When I on the other foot, the narrative has changed because when Arsenal were top of the league and competing, everyone was still saying you guys. When certain people were
because you were defending this manager when we were getting kicked out of these cups. And then you banked it. You banked everything on. Oh, he might win the league, mate. And you guys were still defending this manager. And then when he failed, you had excuses. 2023, the excuse was Saliba got injured and blah blah blah. Yeah. I saw the bigger picture. I saw him bench our best attacker, best and informed attacker throughout the crucial month of April. Then he didn't reintroduce him again until Martinelli got injured. That's when he decided, oh yeah, I'll put you back in. You know what I mean? I took you out, you know, end of March when you were our best player that month. I'm not going to play you in the crucial time of April. Why? Because I want to rush Jesus back. We saw the manager do that. Yeah? 2024, that one game against Aston Villa at home where we just watched Liverpool lose at Anfield to Crystal Palace. Yeah? Which meant we could just pounce. All we had to do was win all our games from there. We would have won the league. Didn't matter what City did. What did we do? Well, Arteta decided, an informed Kai Havertz, who was killing it, I'll put you back as a number 8 because I want to put Jesus back in. So basically, Arteta's top 2 fuck-ups was him evolving it around Jesus, him wanting Jesus back in his team. The player that he ruined. Yeah? Rushing him back from injury. But you guys just kept defending Arteta. Yeah? And then when it came to 2025, yeah, that was the season of you must Arteta. Yeah? It became, well, surely Slot's not going to win the league now because, you know, he's top at table right now, but that can't happen. Arteta needs to be questioned if that happens. But then what did you do? You jumped on the whole injuries thing. The injuries didn't stop us whooping the ass of Real Madrid, though, did it? But y'all came with excuses. Yeah? And this is what we're saying. If he fails again, y'all will come up with more excuses to keep him. Because that's what y'all do. But you tell fans like us, don't come to the parade if we get over the line.
trying to stay positive or something, but trying to show the long form or to see the vision. Nobody wanted to see the vision. Now you want to be all understanding and a bit more measured
I'm not saying I'm being.
Now we want to be more understanding. Arteta's doing what we're asking right now in terms of we're in the cup final right now. We're top of the league right now, and we're nicely in these cups. He's competing more now than ever before. We weren't getting cup finals before. A man's talk about, oh, now we want to be understanding. What? Because you, man, was just defending him from day one. So now, because you was defending him from day one, should I say, yeah? Now you have got more of a moral right to still be on this understanding of what Arteta's doing. When the fact of the matter is even if he fails, you man are still gonna have faith in him anyway. That's the difference between fans like us and fans like y'all. Yeah? If he fails on all fronts, on all four fronts this season, you will still defend him. We won't. Because what we've been calling for, he ain't delivering. So far. Y'all will defend failure. If he fails again, y'all will defend it. That's the difference.
Understanding?
I'm just saying in general, not just you in particular. I'm just saying in general, everyone wants to be a bit more measured, a before the outcome that they feel will happen, so that no one can say, "Oh, see, you guys were the."
Let's not forget, Stricto was one that threw his season ticket away, then crawled and went to go get it back. You know what I mean? So if we're gonna do revision history, yeah, we can go that far as well. Before he got on the Arteta bandwagon, you know what I mean?
Because I think all of us in both camps believe Arsenal are winning trophies this season, and that's all that matters. That's all anybody wants.
No, but it's not though. That's not what
it is, because we've gone 6 years without winning any, bro. Come on.
It's not. What people want is to be right. They don't just want it to be win, because if you want being right is very different to just wanting Arsenal to win. It's two different things. And a lot of the time people they'd rather be right than people win. Of course, everyone's an Arsenal fan, they want everyone to win, but there's a lot of people that would rather Arsenal win with a different manager. Like they would rather.
We've been wanting to win with a different manager because we didn't think this manager is good enough. So if you're going to accuse the fans of, if you're going to throw it out there, the fans only want to win with a different manager, yeah? If you're going to throw that out there, yeah?
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
then we can comfortably say that you don't care about winning unless Arteta does it. We can just flip it over. That's what we can do. We can just flip it over and say, well, you only care about winning if Arteta does it. If Arteta doesn't do it, then you lot won't be happy. By your logic. By your logic, you only want to win. You only want us to win if Arteta does it.
Not Arteta that win, because so that they can't say, "Oh, I was wrong." That's the point I'm making. That's just the facts of it. It's like we kind of play into it a little bit as well. I need Arteta to win so I can say I was right. I'm a little bit part of that as well, but I've been like that because
I've said it. It will hit better for me if Arteta wins it than if someone was to come in.
See,
if someone had come in this season and won, I'd still be over the moon.
See what I mean? See, I told you. Let them speak long enough, yeah, and they'll tell them themselves.
Pokeball, go!
Let them speak long enough, they'll tell them themselves, yeah. They want Arteta to do it. That's the difference between fans like me, Brandon, and them. I care about this. We were here before Arteta, and we'll be here after him. Yeah, these men sound like they came after Arteta. That's what they sound like. But it will hit different if Arteta wins it. Why? So they can say they were right. Everything they're accusing us of, they're doing it right now. So we know if Arteta gets over the line, they're going to be out here. Oh, I told you, mate. I told you. See? Told you. And I haven't watched this video before going live. I literally got this video ready, clicked like on the video, and just had it there without it playing, had it paused. Yeah? I haven't seen this. Yeah? Anytime I react to things, usually I've already watched what it is, which is why I decided to do a reaction. But the title alone was enough for me. I thought, I don't need to watch anything now. The title alone does it for me. Let's just go back to what you said. Let's go back.
So I can say I was right. I'm a little bit part of that as well. But I've been like that because
I've said it. It will hit better for me if Arteta wins it than if someone was to come in. If someone had come in this season and won, I'd still be over the moon. Listen, Arsenal's won the league. But I've always said it would be because of the process, because of watching, going to the Emirates. It's like I'm watching a movie and I need that happy ending, the good.
Yeah.
I need that ending.
Yeah, you need to be right, because if Arteta fails and then he leaves or gets sacked, you lot are going to look fucking stupid. Yeah? You lot are gonna look worse than if Arteta gets over the line and proves us wrong, if anything. You know what I mean? Because at least if he gets over the line, he's done what we asked. If he fails and then leaves, you lot defended him all this time, all for nothing. That's worse. And they know it. That's why they're talking like this. You know what I mean?
With Mikel, he's a former captain as well. People seem to forget this as well. You know, he's a former captain. He knows the club inside and out. You can see the job he's done. He's brought in players that want to play for the badge. He's brought in players that will die for that badge. Will do anything. They're dying out there. They're pouring their hearts out for it. And they're players that, you know, obviously straight away at first, players like Aubameyang, Ozil, you know, great players, superstars in their own rights, but not players that are gonna go and die for the badge. And that's exactly what he's done. And it's what everyone wanted. Everyone wanted to see Arsenal competing.
It's all sentimental, innit? That's what matters to these, man. What matters to fans like me and others is Arsenal getting more trophies in the bag. These men are there for the sentimental stuff. Difference.
I said it the other day on my interview on AFTV that, you know, these are moments we wanted. We were stuck in the Europa League. We hadn't been in the Champions League for 7 years. There was 30,000 fans in Unai Emery's last game. I remember losing 3-0, and it was under Arteta, by the way, to Conte, Tottenham, when they beat us to finish in the top 4. But we all knew that season we were seeing something change. These are like, this is what we all wanted as fans, to be in a position to fight. That's what everyone said. Everyone said, I just want to see my team fighting, going out there, give it their all. And this is what Arteta's done. And all that was missing was the trophies. And now the trophies are going to come.
All right, let me bring in Lee, because Lee has said nothing and he's been chilling and patient.
Sorry, Lee. Oh. Just one.
Lee thing. Knows, bro. We're going this eternal glory soon.
just one thing. Like, there's obviously we've got the Arteta ins, outs, and the people in between, whatever. What I can't stand, yeah, and this I can take it from rival fans.
Oh, right. Well, I was going to predict what he was going to say, but then he said I can take it from rival fans. So I don't think he's going to say what I think he was going to say. What I thought he was going to say was I can't stand when fans say fans like you and this, that, and the other. But when he said rival fans just then, I'm not sure now. Let's see what he's about to say.
Because it's part of the game, so to speak, is how Arsenal fans have rubbished the Premier League. It's the worst title race it's been ever. It's the worst standard of football, and conversations like that. And it makes me wonder if, and this is why I said that earlier, like some fans actually don't want us to win this, because to discredit what we are doing and what we've done up until this point just shows how strong people feel against the manager. Now, you can dislike the manager, you can have your reasons, but you can't claim it's Arsenal over Arteta when Arteta's actually doing something and you're actually putting your hate for him above the club.
So Stricto has it in his head that there's Arsenal fans that don't want us to win because they just want to be proven right about Arteta. So basically, for their own personal gain. That's what he's out here trying to say. Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
That's what he's saying. He's gone that far.
It's Arsenal over Arteta. When Arteta's,
like I said, Arsenal existed before Arteta, the fans existed before Arteta, and will be here after him.
Actually doing something, and you're actually putting your hate for him above the club. This league is difficult this year. It has been difficult. Otherwise, we would have wrapped it up long time. Long time.
Anyone can beat anyone.
Anyone can beat anyone. We've seen Wolves.
Wolves have shown that, man. They've beaten Liverpool. They've got a draw against us. You know what I mean?
West Ham have turned like anyone can beat anyone in this league, and that's what makes this league very beautiful. It's not a case of like we have a strong league. We just have a league that is unpredictable, which is what the product is. The product isn't your La Liga. There's no drama in La Liga, but in the Premier League, it's definitely drama. You know, so when people are, oh yeah, it's the worst league in the world, and it's Arsenal fans, the same Arsenal fans who, when we finished second last season, didn't hear them say, "Oh, it was the worst league," because in its super narrative.
Ryan, who comes on AFTV with us, what's his name, Kalako. I heard him say in an interview after the game, and he went like, "Listen, bro, I question whether he's an Arsenal fan, but he's got an Arsenal tattoo. He goes home and away, so he must be. But I don't know if he's doing it for his."
Oh, Ryan.
So they're coming for Ryan now. They're coming for Ryan.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
They're coming for Ryan. Let's leave it.
Profile. Yeah. And what he said was, he was like, "Oh, if we somehow scumbag our way to a Premier League, then obviously I'll take it. But no, there's no but. There's no but. Yeah, if we win a Premier."
Now, I saw the clip of when Ryan said that about scamming our way to the league title. Yeah, I think that was after the Brighton game. I believe he said that. I think it was a Brighton game, and obviously fans were kicking off because he's essentially trying to downplay Arsenal basically, and the league. So people took that and ran with it. When the point of the matter is the way we were playing, he's saying it's not sustainable. Yeah. And if we were to win the league doing that, and we end up winning the league, yeah, do you think that we can keep doing that going forward? Because if other teams improve and we don't improve the way we're playing, yeah, then in the distance, it'll be, 2026 when Arsenal scam their way to the league title. They haven't won it since. Notice that. Notice how Arsenal, since the cat scammed the way they did in 2026, notice how the cat win it again. That's where he was going with it, I believe. Yeah. That if we scam our way to the league title, yeah, this season, we ain't gonna get that again. So we're gonna have to take the handbrake off. Yeah. I mean, there's no such thing as scamming the league because it's over 38 game period and everything like that, blah blah blah. But I get what he was trying to say. But when he worded it like that, he sent the wrong message out basically. But yeah, anyways.
League, there's no but. And like you said, rival fans, that I want to hear you crying because there's nothing you can say. So I get it. I get rival fans saying, "Oh, but you play dead football, but you have to call corners. You've got nothing to hang on to, so you need to say something." I remember before in school times saying to Man United fans, "Yeah, but we play better football. But really, I was envious. I wanted them trophies. We never won back-to-back Premier League titles. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you hear your own fans, that's what rattles me the most, and especially when we're winning. Last season, when I first started doing content, at the end of the season, me and my boy Dan, who I do it with, negative Dan, positive Dan, whatever, and he was slating off like Arteta and that. I heard, listen, I didn't agree that he had to go, but I understood it. No trophy in 6 years. How could I not? The first year we regressed in the league. But when we're top, I've come on this show, Dan, how many times, or on my own show, or whatever show I'm on, and I've got people like slating off the manager at every chance they get. Everything's always his fault. There's never no positives. Even when, like, for example, we beat Aston Villa 4-1, it's, but the first half we could have been 2-0 down. Why are you starting with that? How about the 4 goals we scored? How about the win? Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm with you, Stricto.
Well, if Arteta got us some cups in the meantime leading up to this, you might have seen a different outcome when it comes to what the fans are saying. Because failure has been rife more in this team than success. So we could go on, we're currently on an unbeaten run right now. But if we were to lose against Man City in the league, for example, yeah, what's the pattern? The pattern is we don't win at the Etihad. And when we should win there, we still don't do it. When it's a case of surely now's the time, we don't do it. That's the reoccurring pattern. Yeah? So until we're showing something different, you will get a different sort of attitude or response or whatever from Arsenal fans. But until then, as far as I know, we're going to do relatively the same thing.
So, like, I'm glad you bring that up, because for me, I don't care when other fans do it. I really don't, because it's normal. But when you got your own fans, like, you know, saying, "Oh yeah, but you know, they'll throw it in. Oh yeah, we're top of the league." But I have to say, the standard's been crap. That ain't for us to be saying that. Do you know what I'm saying?
We don't care.
Yeah, and we don't care. We shouldn't care. And another thing that Ryan said on that, we were talking about the best teams in the Premier League. Now listen, maybe he is just being generally, maybe it's how he feels. But I don't know any other Arsenal fan that would say this, especially went to that era, because everyone loves that era more than they love this team. Yeah, obviously that team won trophies, so let's see what happens when this team starts to win trophies, because this team could win the Champions League. Something that, listen, I love Henry and Bergkamp and all of them. You know, you will never see football probably like that, but this team could eclipse them quite easily by winning back-to-back Prems or a Champions League. And what he said was the 04-05 Chelsea team was better than the Invincibles. And I was like, is he just trying to...
Wait, which team? 04-05? Hang on a minute.
By winning back-to-back Prems or a Champions League. And what he said was the 04-05 Chelsea team was better than the Invincibles.
Oh, Chelsea team, 04-05. Well, winning 2 trophies is better than winning 1, because Chelsea won the EFL Cup and the EFL Cup and the league title. Yeah, and then conceded only 15 goals in the Premier League season. Obviously, Arsenal Invincibles, you know what I mean? They're like, nobody's going invincible anytime soon, kind of thing. I mean, being biased, I'm just going to go with the Invincibles, but realistically, when you think about it, you would rather win 2 trophies than 1. You would. What Chelsea won that year, that's what we could win this year. The EFL Cup and the Premier League. And then when you contextualize it, you know how people like to do the context. The context was you got kicked out of cup competitions consecutively in the Invincible season. So there's that to play into it as well. I don't think it's all that wild to make the claim that the 04-05 Chelsea team was better than the Invincible. I'm assuming he's going by who had the better season or something. Or if he's just on about the team itself. I don't know. But I never heard him. I never heard it when he said it. So, you know.
And I was like, is he just trying to like play up to other fans, trying to get validation?
Did he say that, bro?
Yeah, he said that, bro. And I'm thinking, as an Arsenal fan, how do you say that? Like, I don't know. When I was in school, because obviously I went to a London school, me and Ken both found out we went to the same school today. But when I went to school, it was literally you ride or die for your team, Arsenal or Man United. I would be cussing Ferguson, they'd be cussing Wenger, and bro, even if you were in the wrong, you still backed your team. Do you know what I'm saying? Or you'd say anything. But now it's like this, since I come into this YouTube space, it's like it's a thing where it's like popular to like run down your own team or run down your own manager. And listen, I get it. It has to be criticism, of course. Pundits do it. Arteta probably does it after the game. He probably criticizes his own team's performances. Every manager probably does it. Do you know what I mean? But I just think sometimes people just go a bit too far. But look, as Brandon says, look, we all want Arsenal to win at the end of the day. Listen, I'm not sure if there are fans that really do want Arsenal to lose. Sometimes I thought it was the YouTube thing, but I know people that sit with at the Emirates that are diehard Arsenal. They don't do any YouTube stuff. They don't even watch it. Probably ain't even got the app. But they sit there and slate off Arteta and slate off the players. But it's a coping mechanism, I think, with some people as well, man. We're all wired differently, but yeah.
Well, yeah, because you man are going to cope if Arteta fails the season. You man are going to cope, and you're going to come up with some bullshit excuses as to why we should still keep him. You know what I mean? So it works all the way around, doesn't it?
No, it's definitely, for me, it's definitely different ways in supporting the club. We all see it differently. We all want to get to the same outcome. And I've got my opinions on that. But Lee, I want to bring you in, man, because you've been patient and sitting, waiting patiently. How do you see all this, brother? Because I think we need to be a bit careful. What I'm hearing is when we win this league, I don't care about this parade. I'm going to come in on all the people that ever doubted Mikel Arteta. And I'm more interested in going to the parade, if I'm honest, and like join it together with everyone. I think we need to be careful that we're not like, right, you 5, you never believed, so do not even think about coming to this parade. Because
It's definitely going to be an implode. Definitely. If we win the league, there's definitely going to be an implode because let's put it this way: if we don't, you know what I mean? Us doubters, we're all going to implode. I mean, so it's kind of inevitable at this point. It's just, how soon are these men gonna want to implode if we've got over the line? You know what I mean? Because the same mob that are saying that the Arteta outers just want to be right are the same ones that will wait a second before saying, "Oh, I told you, man, that Arteta would get over the line." You know what I mean?
This before, by the way. Like, I'm not invited to the parade because I never believed in Arteta. Like, oh, okay, who's these giving these invitations out? I mean, what's going on here? Like, it's so bizarre. So I don't really get. I think we need to be careful not to do that. And the other way as well, because one thing I never did. If there was someone who never believed, who believed Arteta was better than Pep and Wenger and he can't lace his boots and all that, I never said you're a disgrace. Don't come to my stadium.
Well, the video's about to finish, but hold on, let me. Might as well just, my laptop was a bit far away from me, but yeah. So that was that for that stream. I can't even scroll down now. I hate when StreamYard does this. It's not letting me scroll down. But yeah, like I said, if we don't get over the line, then what? Because if we get over the line, we're singing his praises. Yeah, well, at least I will be anyway. If we get over the line, Arteta's doing what we ask. If he doesn't, then what? You know what I mean? Anyways, let me get to your comments because I've missed a shitload of comments now. So we're about to get through them all. Big up to Mr. Josh. Your reactions are absolutely amazing. Keep them coming, YG. Big up to you, Mr. Joshy. Robbie will flip flop. You damn right he'll flip flop. You know what I mean? They're flip flopping and shit. Flip flopping and shit. You know what I mean? Man talking smack about the EFL Cup, and then he's gonna turn around and say, "Oh, you see, we would EFL." You watch. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Like I said, if we win the EFL Cup and then we were to finish third, then ask Robbie, and then United finish second, and we finish third within the EFL Cup, then ask Robbie, who had a better season out of us and Man United, he'll say us every single time. I mean, that's what he'll say. Big up to Joe King. Robbie Lyle. Can't deny that Arteta's football has caused an epidemic of eye injuries this season. It's been a horror watch, but it looks like the handbrake is, you know what I mean? And when you've been trying to drive with the handbrake on too much, and then you've worn the handbrake down a little bit. It seems like we might be taking the handbrake off. I'm hoping. Dear Debbie Downer, save your whining if we lose. If we win, it's a waste of energy. This is some comments that I missed. If Arsenal Arteta would have been any better, they would still be top. On top. Shake my head. Just take so jarring. You want the cup to fail so you can be right. That's what I don't know who who is coming around saying that. You know what I mean? Built to Urban Species TV 6 years later down the line. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's a long time. Same stance, wins trophies on a regular basis. Okay, who's in charge? That's what I mean. They care who's in charge, and they exposed it themselves. Got positive Dan saying that it hit different if Arteta does it. So I knew this is how they fought. I knew it. Don't know where fans get off also thinking they can dictate to me whether I can come to the parade or not. Exactly. I mean, the thing is, they'll take pride in believing in Arteta all this time if we get over the line, because they can turn around and say, I believed in from day one.
I've seen him do it.
They'll take pride in that. But what we know is if he fails this season, they'll still back him. That's what we know. You'd have backed him if we failed. If you look at both sides, if you look at it, both inners and outers look like hypocrites. But to this, we've been proven more than they have. That's the thing. I've said there's not one thing that Arteta ins have been right about that we've been wrong about so far. I mean, I've said before, if Arteta gets us to a cup final, I do believe we'll win it. I've said that before. But I never felt we were good enough to get to one with the way he was going about things. But if he was to get us to one, I do believe that we'll win whatever cup it is. So if he wins the league, then I'll be proven wrong about Arteta for probably the first time, really, if he was to win the league. We don't want the club to win just because somebody else in Arteta not trying to treat it that way. Enemies of the club. That's what I mean. Because, like I said, if Arteta wins, gets over the line, yeah, the Arteta inners will say, "Oh yeah, you look stupid now. Yeah, you didn't believe him. I told you he would." But on their end, Arteta has to go over the line. Why? Because if he doesn't and walks or gets sacked, they look stupid. They look way more stupid than what we ever will. If Arteta leaves this club with only winning 2 shields in an FA Cup, they will look stupid because they backed him all this time. They backed an empty vessel. No drama in the league, as Stricto says. That's debatable. Yeah, I don't think Stricto watches the leagues, in all fairness, unless it's big games. Whereas I don't think our football might improve. It comes off the moment we get over the line, is a hunger for more. We'll be there. Oh, you do think they will take it off? Yeah, it's just I just need to see it play out now. I mean, I changed my score prediction for the cup final on Sunday last minute, but I'm gonna get into that tomorrow evening anyway. I'm not known as a glass half full. I was Lord, you are Kenny K. will vouch, but you are just on pure hate towards Mikel Arteta. Yes, be critical and questioning, but let's get the Premier League in the bag no matter how. It's not hate towards him, it's hate for how he's managed this club all this time. The players, running players into the ground when you don't need to, not playing players at crucial times, benching players when they should be starting certain games. His decision making, him rushing players back from injury when he doesn't need to do that. His arrogance of his decision making when he hasn't earned the right to be that. Like I said, it's bigger than just him just not winning trophies. It's the manner. It's everything else. It may come across as pure hate and whatever. Like I said, if he gets over the line, at least it's proven me wrong and everybody else. If he doesn't, I don't want to hear shit. If he fails again, I don't want to hear shit. Oh yeah, obviously, like people look at that Chelsea team, but that's obviously because of how the EFL Cup's viewed, innit? It's not viewed as much of a trophy. But people will remember that Chelsea team in 2005 as, you know, conceding only 15 goals and losing 1 game. Obviously, being invincible. It is more of a unique achievement because, you know, to go a whole season beating. But, you know, like I said before, it's better to win 2 trophies than 1. Yeah. And when you contextualize, as people like to contextualize everything, when you contextualize Chelsea season, that season, 2 trophies, conceded only 15 goals, lost 1 game. You know what I mean? We won 1 trophy, but went unbeaten for the whole campaign. You know what I mean? It's one of them. It's one of them. Like if somebody asked me now, which would you rather do? You know what I mean? I'm going to choose Invincibles again. I'm going to choose. You know what I mean? I'm going to choose that. But if somebody said to me, you can go Invincible again, or you can win the treble, but you don't go Invincible, I'm taking the treble. We haven't done that. You know what I mean? 8 games, weeks from today, somebody somewhere will lift the Premier League. The way it's been so 20 minutes today, somebody somewhere. Have you? Oh mate, no, that's not the same comment. Oh no, it is the same comment. You spamming my chat. What's with the spamming? The difference between us and them is that we'll happily admit we were wrong there. Exactly that. However, despite being proven wrong for 5 years, refuse to acknowledge. This is what I mean. This is why they need Arteta to do it, because they will look stupid if Arteta walks away and hasn't delivered as a league title or anything. They'll look stupid. They need Arteta to get over the line, so they can turn to us and be like, "See, I told you to do it." You know what I mean? Yeah, I've said for 5 years, this is our year, we got Super Arteta, etc. I mean, told us that if Slot doesn't get over the line, you know what I mean, then questions need to be asked. I mean, wait, are you seriously still Arteta out? I am still Arteta out unless he's gonna get over the line. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what he finishes this season with. You know what I mean? Let's see what he finishes this season with. I mean, so far, all he's got to his name is 2 Community Shields and an FA Cup. Sunday, he might have an EFL Cup to his name, and then come May, he might have another trophy or 2 or 3. You never know, to his name. You know what I mean? Ha 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 ha! Ridiculous. Some people have standards, and the standards are win or get lost. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? I ain't one of these fans that's going to be on the carousel, even if he fails to get over the line. I ain't doing that. I ain't going out for that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to leave it here. Like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials, links in the description below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the match preview of the cup final, the big cup final, Arteta versus Pep, Arsenal versus Man City. Are we going to end our 6-year trophy draw? Yeah? Are we finally going to get our hands on the EFL Cup for the first time in, 33 years? I think we will, but we'll have to see what goes on. Win or get lost is different. You get lost or win. There's a difference. No. If he wins, cool. You know what I mean? But if he doesn't, doors that way. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow. Yeah? But tomorrow night, I can't promise that I'll be... I've set the timer to be like 9:30 at night. I have to see because I'm busy tomorrow evening. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's different than labeling yourself as Arteta out. Yeah, but I am Arteta out. I've been Arteta out since 2022. Well, no, I was Arteta out before he came in, but then I gave him a chance because he won the FA Cup. And then I gave him a chance after the 2021 season, and then the 2022 season, I've been out from since then. You know what I mean? Keep up the good work, dude. Standards are important. They are. Because too many fans, we've got too many fans that are just enablers. You know what I mean? Later, YG, keep them lot lizards away. Wait until the end of the season to decide is valid. Saying you're Arteta out now. Well, I'm not saying sack him right now because, you know, I can respect the position that he's got us in right now. You know what I mean? Let's see what you do from it. But, you know, if he wins the league and I keep saying the league and the FA Cup. If he wins the League Cup and the league title, and that's it, it might be the case of, you know what, I'm Arteta in, whatever, because my standards were win the Champions League and the league title. You know what I mean? Because the more the seasons go on, where other clubs are winning trophies and we're not, the more my standards increase of what's required for me to be a happy fan to want you to stay. You get me? But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.